Hey guys, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is your favorite games of all time, at least as of making this video. Now, when I made this video of asking you to submit your favorite games of all time, it was a long time ago. It was in March, and I said that I would do it right after the top 50 was done, but I figure I might as well do it now just so I can, actually keep you guys up to date, because I know a lot of these opinions may have changed, and if you figure like, oh, I didn't get to submit my favorite games of all time, then you can submit them down below and I might do a second one of these, and I think I actually will do a second one of these as well. Hi guys, it's Calvin from the future editing this video. I realized as I was watching over the video, something really rubbed me the wrong way, and that is the fact that for some people I comment, oh, this guy did this before, or this guy is nice, or something like this. I want you to know that I recognized everybody's names really in this comment section as I picked out all the names as I was editing all of them. I was like, Jesus, that person has been commenting for so long, and that person was commenting on this video, that person watched this. It's really cool to see I have this community, and I didn't want people to think that these people are more important than these people, and also I want people to know that if you are a silent watcher who doesn't click like, who doesn't comment, who doesn't do any of that, I just want you to know that that's fine too. I'm not saying that you are any less either, because you're just as important as everyone else, and all of it really supports me and helps me out. And I hate to use that word because this is a hobby, it's always gonna be a hobby, but I just want you to know that I want the people to know that if I didn't go like, oh, this person did this, I still appreciate you so much. And the same with the people who don't comment or don't like or don't even interact with me on anything. You guys are still freaking awesome, because if you're watching my videos, then I like you a lot. Okay, yeah, I just had to say that. Let's start off with 13 Carry One Productions, a person who's been here for so freaking long. Really nice person. My favorite video games are Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. He said he also likes Project Zero, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, and Castlevania. Out of all those games, it's funny, I have not played one of them, which is funny because I feel like they're very popular in general. But I think a lot of people really want me to play Project Zero and Castlevania. For people who live in America, Project Zero is Fatal Frame, and Chrono Trigger and Bayonetta, so things might actually change with it. I'm sure they're very good picks. Thackeray Scroggins, again a person who's been here for a really a long time at this point. It's got to be Wind Waker. It was my first Zelda game, and that game was just a blast. The music is amazing, the art style is awesome, and it's got a HD version, which I have yet to play, that looks even better. I have played the HD version, and this is a really good pick for a favorite game of all time. It's one of those games that honestly feels very smooth throughout the whole thing. I really enjoyed my time with Wind Waker, and honestly I can't wait to jump back in and do a 100% playthrough eventually. I think there's lots of aspects about that game that are really good. Personally, I really love I really love the water travel. I think a lot of people feel like it's somewhat empty, but I feel like I didn't even explore most of it, and I still had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, that's a really good pick. JSKF says it has to be Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Yes, it's a really good pick, and I think a lot of people might actually put this as their favorite games of all time. Revan, who, oh my god, was here all the time during the Breath of the Wild playthrough. I remember just all the freaking time. Breath of the Wild, that game has given me more fun than any game I've ever played since Majora's Mask. The exploration is fun, the combat is fun, the story is good, the physics-based puzzles are fun, the beasts are fun, everything about the game is fun. That's a fact. It is also one of the only games where I can just stand there doing nothing, just listen to the wild and still find enjoyment. That's a really good point. I played Breath of the Wild as well, and there's sometimes where I would just put down the controller and just listen to the little beats of the piano and listen to little bits of music, but also listen to the animals in the distance and listen to the creatures, even the bad guys I would listen to. It's a really good game. It's a fantastic game. In fact, I put it in my top 20, and I think I did put it in my top 20. So, Zafran Orbian. Hopefully I pronounced your name properly. Zafran Orbian. This might be the only currently, but right now it is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Followed by Zelda Skyward Sword, the Mass Effect trilogy, and Fallout 3. I love all four of those for the wonderful worlds they let you inhabit. The first three are also very close to my heart for the characters that inhabit those worlds, which grew close to my heart, and the first two are emotional journeys that they brought tears to my eyes multiple times. Okay, so yeah, you said all four of those you love. The first three are very close to my heart, which you said is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Zelda Skyward Sword and Mass Effect. I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and that brought tears to my eyes, so I imagine eventually when I do play the second one, I'm going to be really happy. Skyward Sword is one of my favorite games of all time. In fact, it's my favorite Zelda game of all time, hands down. Again, I bawled my eyes out, as you guys know, at the end of that series. Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is a great game. It's a great game. I'm not as into Mass Effect and Fallout 3. I'm not really into Bethesda RPGs as much as other people, but I really do like those games. And yeah, I agree that with Skyward Sword, it's an emotional journey, and I feel like it's more than just the gameplay and all like that. It's about being emotional. It's an emotional journey that I even personally was emotional about from the majority of it. Samuel Skozai. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm butchering your name. It's a really cool name as well. The last name is like really cool. What a question, mate. It's always been really hard for me to find my favorite thing, especially in movies, and the video games field, due to my propensity of categorizing stuff. Probably on an emotional point of view, I would go for Lego Marvel Superheroes for PS3. Despite being 18 years old, I have always been a huge fan of Lego games and Legos in general. That is nothing to do with being 18 years old. You love Lego. Lego is awesome. They're puzzling at the right point with tons of different characters, often taken from franchises we all love. This game in particular fascinated me the most. Imagine a 12-year-old me with his brand new PS3 after more than 5 years of Wii. I know how you feel, man. Yeah, I'm same at that point. Being put in front of a huge explorable world, at least it was huge for me at that time. Now it would be nothing compared to Breath of the Wild or Skyrim. I get you, I totally get you, man. Worlds were gigantic when we were kids. With tons of missions, famous character, and tons of secrets unlocked. I spent hundreds of hours in that game. I was astonished by the performance of my new console and by the fun that it could provide me. This is a really jolly comment. I remember playing with my best friend for days in split screen, basically doing nothing, enjoying the brand new world we were presented with. On the second category, gameplay, we have a more recent entry, Dark Souls. The two of us, dear Calvin, share this huge passion for the Souls series. Yes, we do! I love Dark Souls. When I first got it for PC, I knew nothing about it, not considering the couple of videos I watched about it. And I was really thrilled to try it at the beginning. Probably as every new player, I was really getting frustrated. True, yeah, that is true. But with patience and time, I learned to appreciate the challenge that this game was offering. I stopped seeing it as something that demoralized me, noticing that it was really pushing me to get better. I agree. Needless to say, I can pretty much say that I mastered that game. Yes. And only that I still suck at other Souls. Dude, you probably don't suck. You probably think you suck, but you probably don't. With more than 25 runs and many challenges and Pvs, man, I can totally feel you here, man. We have this, we're like the same person. The last category must be an aesthetical one, and a plot one. Okay. I've chosen Final Fantasy 15 for that with this one. Man, I got this game about 4 days ago and I have completed half of it in a blink of an eye. Everything is breathtaking, interesting, and adrenalinic. That's a really good word. The characters are well developed, also thanks to the DLCs and the storyline, with side quests really pushes you to go on with the game, exploring, becoming more powerful. I feel like I would have to mention many other games for the music, Undertale, for the best puzzles, The Witness, for the best multiplayer, GTA Online, but I've written enough. You can read everything or choose one category, thanks for the time you give up to read out my biggest passion that I would love to transform in a job. Hope you're having a great day. By the way, call me Sam. Okay, so we'll call you Sam. P.S. I apologize for the possible grammar and spelling mistakes. I'm Italian. You did very well. You did better than me. You have better words than me. Some of the words you said that are really, really cool, and I don't even know the meaning. But yeah, I read out all of it because honestly I feel like this is a really interesting comment and a really good comment. Again, I haven't played Undertale, or The Witness or GTA Online, but I can comment on the fact that I played Final Fantasy 15, and to me Final Fantasy 15 is one of my favorite games of all time as well. I love that game so much. The upsetting thing about doing this so long from now is that I'm worried that some people might have just been like, okay, I'm not watching anymore. I've just grown out of interest, which is fine. And so now they're they won't be able to see me reading this out. But what I will say is thank you for commenting this. You guys are all the sweetest people in the world. And I think judging by this, and a lot of people would say, just judging by how you wrote about the way you wrote this, I think you can very much make this into a job. I was very interested and enamored with the whole thing. So yeah, please do try and make this into a job. I think you can do it. I really do think you can do it. And here's GeekoVision. GeekoVision has been here since the Ocarina of Time playthrough, the original one, the really bad one. Also has a really good channel you should check out. Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite game. Solid platform, fantastic graphics for a Wii game, interesting levels to go through, and nostalgia make it my favorite game. Wind Waker HD would have to be a very close second though. I own both Super Mario Galaxies. I haven't played them yet, but I got them for free off someone. One guy, I actually got it, he was going to give it to his girlfriend's little brother, but then like apparently his girlfriend's little brother was like being a dickhead that day, and I got it instead. It was really bad. I'm not going to say no. I found out like a month later that's what it was from. He was just like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, Wind Waker, Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario games in general are something I'm getting used to. It's not something I'm great at, but I do want to like get more into it. But yeah, I know your love for Mario Galaxy. It's very, very cool. Jimmy T, a person, Jesus Christ, such a nice person. Such a nice person. Final Fantasy IX, great soundtrack, beautiful world. For this time though, the remake is pretty. Fun characters, and aside from the crazy ending, it had a great story. It's my favorite of all the Final Fantasy games. People, again, have been telling me to play this game a lot. I have no reason to say that this is not one of the greatest games of all time. I really don't. I haven't played it, but I know for a fact that everyone talks about how great this is, and I think I'm going to have to play it on the channel. I think that'll be a fun way to do it. Because sitting down and play it is probably not the best thing, and I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to get Vita capture, and just because I bought it on the Vita. I could probably play in the PS3 as well, but I think the HD version might be the best bet, actually. Yeah. Quentin Cabo. Minecraft. I know that sounds like a 12 to 13 year old talking about it, but it's really not. I probably have around 10,000 hours in this fantastic game. The survival is fun. At first, but gets boring after a couple of times, but then there's mods. Oh, there are so many mods. Modded Minecraft is so addicting. Jesus, it's worse than drugs. That's really funny. And especially the ones that add machines and where you have to make Factorio-like factory. I have met some great people while playing modded. However, the main reason why Minecraft is my favorite game ever is that it got me into coding. Really cool. Especially in the in-game tools of Minecraft that added with command blocks and functions really got me into programming games and concepts inside a game. I have even created my own mod. This is where I found out that I really like coding stuff and started doing tutorials. Coding is what I want to make my job now. Without Minecraft, it would not have been the same. That is insane and really cool. I've read these before, but like reading them again is like really cool. Minecraft is a really good game. It's just that the memes have kind of like made it into like something it's not. It's a really fun game. It's a really, really good game. And the fact that it got you into coding is even cooler. That's really, really cool. Don't be ashamed of liking that game. It's a really good game. It always has been. It always will be. It's just that it gets a lot of bad raps because of the memes. Sorry if I'm butchering your names, but Rahul Suresh, I think it is. I'm not sure. My favorite game ever made is easily Metal Gear Solid 3. It had everything needed for me to love. Emotion, thrill, suspense, action, fun, quirkiness, charm, serious moments, plot twists, and in my opinion, the best ending for a game ever. Only game that even came close in my opinion is The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Yeah, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3, but I have played The Witcher 3, and that game is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing, actually, how much I love that game. I will be playing Metal Gear Solid soon, hopefully. I have a lot of suggestions to play games, but I will be hopefully playing Metal Gear Solid 3 very soon. But yeah, describing a game with quirkiness is a very cool thing. That's something you don't see all the time. AT_2 Atlanta breaks my, and there's probably more to it, but I can't see it on the phone right now, but Breath of the Wild, GTA 5, and Majora's Mask. So the edit was Breath of the Wild because of the sheer hype and feel of it. I have not had anything close to what I felt in Breath of the Wild in any game, ever. It's a feeling of pure bliss, exploring and everything. It's the only game to have brought me to tears, and I played Undertale and Life is Strange, etc. I don't know what the other abbreviation is. Breath of the Wild is amazing. Again, like, it did bring me to tears as well at the end. I think it is like my favorite open world game of all time. So yeah, again, fucking fantastic pick, guys. Pock. I'm not quite sure about my favorite game, but Dark Souls is definitely up there. Aspects of the game I enjoy include the large connected world, which is great. The deep lore that is only for it's only there for those who search it out, I agree. The intense bosses, another, I agree, 100%. The role-playing game aspects and how all equipment is unique, yes, 100%. You can do so many different playthroughs just you know, with all these different weapons. Every weapon feels different. And lastly, how unforgiving and punishment the game is while being fair and rewarding at the same time. Also, Solaire the Sunbro. Yes, I agree with every single point on this list. Like, honestly, like, this is like exactly my points that I would put in a list of when I'm talking about Dark Souls. I might steal this, actually. And yeah, can't wait to see the list of your favorite games. Cheers. Well, I'm really happy to see your favorite game. A really, really, really fantastic pick. And a great way of describing as well. So many great ways of describing these games, guys. Thank you for this, by the way. Dale Taylor, again, someone who's been here for so long. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, it was my first Zelda game and I completely changed my perception of video games ever since. The Wind Waker is an amazing game. I imagine playing that game when it came out would have been mind-blowing, because I don't even understand like how good that game is even now after playing so many games after all these years. It seems like if I put this to an average, Wind Waker is winning, but like it's not about winning or losing, it's all about everyone's individual opinions. Ganon. I said Ganon, but it's Ganon. My favorite game ever is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Yes, my buddy. I love it. It's my favorite Zelda game because I love that it is a quite long game. Yes, it is. I like the story, the music, and the characters so much. My second favorite game is maybe The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2 to Switch. Well, that's a really interesting pick, actually, Splatoon 2. I haven't played them, but it's a very interesting pick. Yeah, Skyward Sword to me, like what you said here, it's a long game. I like the story, the music and the characters are great as well. I think it's the best written game of all the Zelda games. Don't shoot me, but I think that's just my opinion. I definitely think that it's the best written of all the games. Also, like, again, like, if you see my playthrough of the game, it's kind of self-explanatory. I was bawling through the whole thing. But yeah, great pick again. That guy, Maestro. Missed the vid by like a week. It's fine. It's fine. But my favorite game has to be Super Mario Sunshine. Not a perfect game by any means. Man, you know, what is? And some people even hate it. That's to be expected. But it was one of those games I grew up playing, and one I've always had fun with. It is mainly nostalgia. Are you sure? Maybe it's just a good game, you know? Like, yeah, probably. But it's the most fun I've ever had with a Mario game, next to Odyssey. You know what, like, the thing is, people like to discredit other people's opinions. And, like, that's fine. Like, that's fine. People do this all the freaking time. By saying, oh, you only like it because of nostalgia, or you only like it because of this reason. If you freaking like it, man, then it's a good game. Like, that's the thing, you know, there's no such thing as good or bad games, it's only opinions, you know what I mean? Like, you can say, oh, this game is terrible, or this game, I only like this because of nostalgia. Maybe you like it because there's actual things about it that you like it, you know what I mean? Like, never discredit your own opinion even, man, because, like, that's a good pick as well. I've seen a full playthrough of that game, and it looks a lot of fun. Just Brandon OK. Now, Just Brandon OK is probably been one of my biggest supporters even before I even played Zelda on this channel. That's a feckin' loaded question. Feckin', by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, is like an Irish way of saying fucking. But it has to be GTA 4 simply for the hours I spent as a young teenager. 100% you 100% that game. With no cheats, like twice. Jesus Christ. I had this projector that I borrowed from my dad's work, and I used to have like Oprah and Dr. Phil and infomercials on the background because I played till 5 AM and then just not go to school. Good times. That is so freaking good vibes. When I'm playing games, I usually have like the sound of wind and stuff in the background. I like that stuff. But yeah, I love background noise for video games. It's really fun. So that was my comments video. I'm thinking of doing a lot more of these. I wanted to try maybe do a Q&A, but I don't know if that's kind of like self-indulgent. It's like, oh, people need to ask me questions. I don't know if that's like really what I want to do. I was thinking about it for a while. I've been thinking about it for about 2 years. But honestly, I think this type of interaction with comments is much better than just a Q&A. Even if you want a Q&A, I could do it, but I think that like this type of stuff is better. Finding out what you guys like and then commenting on it, then giving my own opinion on it. I think that's probably the best way I could do this. And I feel like it makes us closer as a group, I think. I really do enjoy your comments, and a lot of these comments were really, like, actually all of these comments were actually pretty freaking cool. Especially like it's crazy how much I agree with all you guys, and that, I guess that just makes sense. You guys found this channel because we all like the same type of games, and a lot of the games that you like I haven't played as well, and I want to start playing them also. So thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.